1st and 10, it's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 36.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
But 1st down, Hurts. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 25-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Check 26, check 26.
On 2nd and goal. Hurts. But that's complete to Sanders. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. A very lengthy opening drive, as this will be play number 12 coming on 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now a guy who grew up just south of here across the river, Jonathan Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down, another run with Taylor. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Wentz now to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. The back deep for Philadelphia, Devontae Smith. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the 38, Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Hurts. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 61 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 11 now. Throwing is Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Second down at 7. They run once more with Taylor. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Avante Maddox. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts looking here for Smith downfield. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode Really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 49, guys. Mike, 49. It's just me.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Play action. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Anthony Harris. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10 now, third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he's going to take this close to the first down markers. He's stopped at the Eagles' 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz rolling to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The give to Taylor. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this side.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
53 from Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for Philly. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
53 from Mike. 53. Check 53. You got nothing.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
He got into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Into the secondary, past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Wentz. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Rodney McLeod. Now the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll fire it deep for Rager. He's got a man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for Philly. They'll look to throw here on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.